Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Best Today podcast. I am your host, Shantae Grant, and today I want to talk to you about something that came up in a call recently, multiple calls actually, which is why I said I should take this to the podcast with different clients that I've worked with and have worked with let's try that again. Have worked with and are working with. There we go. This question of where do I start? I have so many things that I'm trying to do. I've tried this. I want to get better at this. Work is demanding. Home is demanding, or health is fading. Wherever it is, if you feel like there's so many things I'm trying to juggle or handle or prioritize or figure out, if any of those words, phrases, sound like something that you have thought or said, I keep hearing that. And the answer is what I want to give you today. It's not likely going to be what you want to hear, but it is the answer. And I want to offer it to you. Okay. I want to talk about 3 places to start when you feel like you're trying to draw strings, whether it's because life is lifing, work is extra full and requiring more of your time, but you're starting to see your body respond negatively to whatever you have going on. You're losing sleep. You're not eating well. 3 places to prioritize and move all the way to the top of the list. And I need you to believe me when I tell you this is it. Okay, you ready? Let's talk about those 3 things. Number 1, I'm just going to tell you what the 3 things are first. It's time to focus first on 3 things: your nourishment, your rest, and movement. Nourishment, I'm referring to food, what you're eating and what you're drinking, right? Staying hydrated with water and eating food. Now, for some of you, you're going to listen to this episode and you're like, is she really telling me that I need to eat, sleep, and move my body? Groundbreaking, right? Florals for spring, earth shattering, right? If you don't get that movie reference, come ask me, I'll tell you. And then make sure you go watch the movie. But so to some of you, you're going to say, well, yeah, but I want you to keep listening, because unless you have mastered these 3 things and really prioritize them in your life, I'm talking to you too. And guess what? Even if you have, I'm talking to me too. And I prioritize these 3 things because they happen to be 3 of my favorite things, right? If you just add shoe shopping and time with people I love, I mean, boom, these are a few of my favorite things, right? But the point here is, and I'm going to talk about all 3, is a lot of the times what happens is you push one or all 3 of these things to the side. You're willing to forgo eating well. Oh, I just grab DoorDash this, or I'll grab this out of the drive-thru on my way home, or I'll just do this, or I'll just skip that meal because I have to work on X, Y, or Z. Oh, I'll sleep tomorrow, or I'll just have to kind of stay up a little bit later. I only got 3 hours of sleep, but I need to do this. Oh gosh, I really did mean to want to get up early to work out, but I'm just so tired. I don't have time to work out, right? So you sacrifice one or all of these 3 things: nourishment, rest, movement, at the thinking that doing so is going to help you be better at the other things that are calling your time, demanding your time. But how's that working out for you? It's not. So I'm going to invite you to flip it and trust me on this. Okay. And you got to do it for more than like a day or 2. Okay. But number 1, food, right? Food and water. Are you eating meals that nourish your body? It doesn't have to. I'm not talking about, are you making a 7-course meal? Clearly you probably don't have time for that right now. Or let me not say that. That's not a priority of yours to have a 7-course meal, but you need to eat food that's actually sustaining you for wherever your lifestyle is, right? Are you eating meals that nourish your body? Are you taking the time to eat? Not just, I'm going to grab something to eat in the car, but are you allowing your body to sit and digest the food and have a designated time for your meals, even if it's a short period of time? It doesn't have to be a meal that you even cooked or labored over, right? But it needs to be filling for your body and giving your body the nutrients that it needs based on your lifestyle. And for all of us, that's different. And your dietary needs. You need to stay hydrated. My rule is a bottle of water must be at arm length at all time during my waking hours, right? So as I say that, I'm reaching out right now, touching my cup. I'm going to sip from it. Good old H2O. I mean, I really wish I could go back and tell my 12-year-old self who thought it was so weird for adults to just fill a glass with water and drink it when no one made them. I wish I could go and tell myself, it's so good. I just didn't know. I didn't know then. I drank it, but it was only because I had to. But staying hydrated, right? That is so important. And here's the thing. This isn't groundbreaking. You know that. But knowledge isn't enough. If knowledge were enough, we'd be well advanced as a community, as a culture, as a society, because we know a lot of things are really bad for us. And yet here we are, still smoking, still glued to the phone, still comparing ourselves, still in toxic and unhealthy relationships, still not setting boundaries, still, right? So information is not enough. So I'm sitting on this microphone telling you most likely something you already know to be true. But my hope is that this is the message that will wake you up and say, you know what? I have been putting one or three of these things, nourishment, rest, and movement, to the side for this other cause, and it hasn't worked. So maybe the solution is, if I can build my walls, because this is what I'm trying to help you to do, build first the thing that strengthens the structure. You are the structure. And then watch how that being you can better face the things that you have. It's not going to make the things you have disappear, go away, change, but it will change the you that is brought to all the things you're trying to do and tackle and master and work your way through, right? So number one is you got to eat and you got to drink your water, okay? Number two is you've got to sleep, rest. Your body must rest. This is a rule for all of us. There's no human on the planet exempt from this need. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I was younger, in my 20s, I could go for less sleep and I could function and just be just fantastic. Crank out a paper, A+, do this, do that. Yeah, those days are over. And I have a feeling, if you're listening to me, those days are over for you too. So we're going to get our sleep, okay? We're going to prioritize sleep. We're not going to say, okay, but if I don't sleep tonight, then I can, because what's going to that's going to affect you next week, the week after, and on and on. Okay. At Best Today, we exist to help women just like you be your best one today at a time. So each week on the podcast, we are going to highlight your stories and your voices. So let's see what's in the inbox today. This week, we have a 5-star review of our Not Waiting for January class replay from Heidi. Heidi writes, she says, lots of golden nuggets. I love Shantae and her truths. I've been following her for years, and this class was just as good, if not better, than her previous classes. Shantae is a tell it like it is kind of girl, no mess, no fuss. I love this class. I had so many golden nuggets, aha moments. She focuses on truths we tell ourselves and discusses how to overcome them so you can live more intentional, productive, and in control of your life instead of it controlling you. Highly recommend the hour-long class. Thank you so much, Heidi, for that 5-star review. You want to get this replay of my Not Waiting for January class. I'm going to talk to you about one of the keys to being consistent and proactive and intentional with your time. If you need help with being consistent, with understanding, why do I continue to fall in these cycles when it comes to planning or your time, you want to get inside of this replay right now. And guess what? By going to notwaitingforjanuary.com, it will take you straight to the replay. Once you place your order, it will take you straight into the program that allows you to put in your name, email address, and bada bing, bada boom, you are watching the replay. You could be 3 minutes away from watching the replay right now. So make sure to go to notwaitingforjanuary.com. We'll link to it in the show notes as well. You can also find it at besttoday.co, but if you go to notwaitingforjanuary.com, it'll take you directly there. So get in on this replay video right now. And the great thing is, once you get inside, you can hit pause, you can watch, you can pause to take notes, you can submit questions. We have a place for you to submit questions right there at your fingertips. Notwaitingforjanuary.com. Go ahead and get that replay. All the things you're losing sleep over, all those things that, right, you're doing or losing sleep over because you think, I'm just going to do this, knock this out. I got to do this. Oh, I don't have time for sleep. Something has to give and I'm going to let it be sleep. I'm going to tell you, you'll have more energy for them if you prioritize your sleep. Prioritize sleep. How do we do that? We set boundaries. I'm going to shut everything down at this time so my body can shut down and I can actually get good sleep. Because some of you are like, yeah, I know, but when I get into bed, I can't go to sleep. Well, of course not. You have wired your body to just be on alert. You gotta undo some of the stuff you've done. So again, like I said, these 3 things we're talking about, this is going to be a process. Maybe for some of you, this is what you're working on in your consistency challenge. If you're doing the consistency challenge with us, if you're listening in real time, but friend, please don't ask your body to just completely be someone that you have not equipped it to be. So it's going to take a minute, and you may start setting those boundaries and get in bed and your body's like, we're not tired. Well, we are, but you taught us how to fight tired and keep pushing. So that's what we're used to doing. You're going to have to take a minute, and you're going to have to start doing things to set yourself up for sleepy time, right? That could look like shutting down technology hours before you're ready to go to bed, lighting a candle, dimming the lights, not using overhead lights, reading, warm bath, warm tea, or whatever it is that makes you restful or sleepy. It's different for everyone, right? But you got to prioritize your sleep. So that's the second thing we've got to do. And the third is movement. And these are not, just to be clear, these aren't a one, 2, or 3. This is a 3 out of 3. All 3 have to be prioritized. Okay. This is where we start. Movement daily. It can be stretching. It can be walking, playing outside. Go get in a swing and just swing. Go to a playground and be that adult that's kind of there. And they're kind of like, kind of creepy, but okay, she playing with the stuff, so I guess it's okay, right? Swing on the swing, slide down the slide. Do exercises with body weight. You can get free classes pretty much in Google, right? YouTube. Exercising with weights, dance, turn on some music and just dance for 30 minutes, jump rope. There are so many options that will work for where you are right now. Choose one that works for what you enjoy and what your body can currently do. Don't tell me what it can't do. Don't tell me what it won't do. Tell me what it can and then do that. Okay. It's not the time for you to tell me, oh, but my this and my hip and my, okay. Thank you for sharing that. But what does that have to do with you? You can do something. You can do something. Okay. Excuses. You can't see my face, but I'm shaking my head, y'all. Okay. So nourishment, rest, and movement. This is me telling you the answer to the question you've been asking, whether you've asked it directly or just your body is like, this ain't working. We need something different. Here's your answer. Build these 3 walls. Prioritize them in your life right now. Yes, someone's going to be upset because guess what? You prioritizing you sometimes offends people because now that means all their stuff you got to let go for a minute. But nothing is worth your body shutting you down. Your body saying, okay, well, we gave you a chance and we heard Shantae podcast. So we know you know what the right answer was, but you yet still out here kept playing. So boom, we out. Right? You don't want to get there. We want to be proactive in this. Prioritize your nourishment and hydration. Prioritize your rest, your sleep. Prioritize your movement. And here's the thing, friends. This is just step 1. There is more after that, but this is the necessary. I can't even talk to you about how to help you with all the other things you have moving in your life if we don't do this first. Why? Because I care about you. Not about your performance and X, Y, and Z and the demands and they need this because guess what? I need a healthy you. And you need more people in your life who care about you, not the things you can do for them, but you. That's me caring about you, telling you this is what needs to be prioritized. Nourishment, rest, and movement. Start there. All 3. Give them your focus. Build your body and your mind and then get to the other things. The other things will come, but I'm telling you, this is the way to do it if you want to do it and arrive there well. You've already tried to do all the other stuff and you lost sleep, you ate poorly, you just forsook movement and it didn't yield you the results that you wanted. So I'm going to invite you to try something different. I'm going to invite you to reverse it and see what happens. When you take care of your body in these 3 necessary ways, then we can build from there. But this is foundational. Now share this episode because I know 10 people literally right now who need that message. If you got to just put it in the company Slack, put it up on Microsoft Office because they need it. And what a world it would be if we all agreed that we were worth prioritizing these 3 things, because you are. And that's the message. Thank you for being present with me for this week's episode of the Best Today podcast. Until next time, remember that you are capable. You are worthy of being your best, one today at a time. And you have everything you need to have everything you want. So go on and shout it out while you live it out. This is what my best today looks like. And I forgot to mention, if you're listening in real time, don't forget to join us for our consistency challenge going on in the month of May. You can sign up at besttoday.co/consistency, which is linked in the show notes to today's episode at besttoday.co/112. I hope to see you there. If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Best Today podcast, you are going to love the Best Today Guide. Our Better Than a Planner guide teaches you how to get clear on what you want, identify your self-destructive habits and behaviors, and intentionally create space to prioritize yourself every single day. Don't go the journey to being your best one today at a time without the Best Today Guide. See inside its pages and order yours today at besttodayguide.com. Even better, when you order the Best Today Guide, we gift you with your first month free inside of the Best Today membership. So what are you waiting for? We're giving you everything you need to trade busy for intention. Go to besttodayguide.com and order yours today and join thousands of women across the globe proclaiming each day, this is what my best today looks like.